This video is to teach you how to charge a battery if you've never done that before. The first thing you need to do is take the battery out of the car. And then the second thing is you should go over and wash this battery before you start charging it. I haven't done that with this battery, but you should. And the reason is you don't want to get dirt and things in these caps when you pull them off. So the way you wash a battery is you take baking soda and water, and that will neutralize the battery acid on the top of the battery. And then you use a bristle brush to scrub everything away and then just rinse it off with water. Okay, now you do need to come and remove these caps after you're done with that, because you need to check the water levels inside each one of these cells. If the water levels are low, there's no point in charging it. It won't charge. Okay, so you need to top it off, and you top it off with distilled water. Okay, so once you've done those few things, then you're good to go ahead and put on your positive and negative clamps. And make sure you follow the symbols on the battery to figure out that that's positive and that's negative. Okay? Then go ahead and plug in your battery charger, and now I'm going to show you some settings on here. So you notice that this charger can do 6 volt and 12 volt batteries. Make sure you're not trying to charge a 12 volt battery on 6 volt mode, because that won't work. That'll ruin the battery. And same thing with, you can't charge a 6 volt battery on 12 volt mode. Okay, so this is a 12 volt battery we're working with. All right, so we're working on these top ones. When you charge a battery, it's always best to pick the lowest amperage, right? It's best for the battery's life. Okay, so if you have the time, I recommend charging on a 2 amp setting, and that 2 amps might take 4, 6, or more hours, but it's better for the battery overall. Okay, so that's what I recommend. If you're on the 2 amp setting, it doesn't require you to be around much. You don't need to be monitoring it because there's not very many amps. So you could probably just put this on the hold position as far as time goes. Okay, but if you select any of these other ones, you don't want to leave them on for too long, or the heat on the battery will get too high and you're going to ruin the battery. Okay, so if I pick a 10 amp setting, this might charge the battery in 45 minutes to an hour, and I wouldn't leave it on longer than that, and you need to stay close by to monitor the heat on the battery. Okay, you might even pull the caps off to let them vent out a little bit. If you pick the 40 amp mode, I wouldn't leave that on for more than maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, 80, 2 to 5 minutes maybe. And then this is here for just trying to jumpstart your car for you. All right, so try to avoid these higher ones if you can. If you're in a rush and you need to, go ahead and try them. But if you want to keep the life of your battery, then I would try using these lower settings as much as possible.